The Lagina brothers discovered a chilling discovery at Oak Island, revealing a long-lost chapter of the island's story. They found an old lead coin, about 600 years old, and a shiny button, possibly gold-coated, which could have belonged to a high-ranking military person. As they continued digging, they found a piece of silverware handle with detailed designs, highlighting the importance of their search for historical treasures on the island. The team sent the artifacts to a modern lab for detailed analysis. X-ray fluorescent spectrometry confirmed the button was coated with gold, identifying the gold atoms on its surface. Scanning electron microscopy gave them high-resolution images of the button's surface, revealing intricate patterns and designs, suggesting the button was part of a larger decorative set, perhaps from a uniform or ceremonial outfit. Based on the scientific analysis, the button seemed to date back to the 18th century, a significant period in England's history. The button added a rich historical layer to the team's discoveries, connecting them to the past and the lives of those who might have worn it. It also provided insights into the material culture and fashion trends of the English naval forces during the 18th century. The team speculated about the broader implications of their findings, considering possible connections to Sir William Phipps, a famous English naval officer and privateer known for recovering a large amount of silver and gold from a Spanish shipwreck in the late 17th century. Historical context, likely connected to the Stone Road and the transportation of goods. As they concluded their day, Rick, Marty, and their team were left with more questions than answers. But each clue was a critical piece of the puzzle, slowly revealing the history of Oak Island. Their discoveries not only emphasized the potential historical importance of the site, but also fueled their determination to continue their search, driven by the excitement of what might lie beneath the island's surface. The discovery of the Stone Road, believed to be 500 years old, placed it at a significant historical junction, possibly before European settlement in North America. This raised deep questions about the origins of the road, its builders, and its intended purpose. As they continued their efforts, they discovered artifacts that spoke of ancient times, including parts of shipwrecks, telling stories of sea voyages from the 15th to the 18th centuries. The swamp on Oak Island, a land rich in legends and hidden treasures, has been the site of a series of discoveries and discoveries. One such discovery was a ship's railing dating back to the 8th century, suggesting visits from a distant time. Dr. Doug Crowell suggested that it might connect to the medieval Vikings, indicating a more intricate narrative than initially thought. The swamp was more than just a swamp. It was a canvas of history, each artifact painting part of a tale not yet fully known. Rick Lagena and his crew discovered a curious piece of wood, shaped and cut, suggesting human craftsmanship. This led to further speculation and dreams, as they came across what seemed to be a wall or dam submerged under the swamp's waters. Dr. Ian Spooner, a geoscientist, was drawn by the sediment and the stories it could tell. Their findings near the swamp, including a possible ancient stone road or ship's wharf, suggested a link to a past that reached back centuries, maybe even to the time of the ship's railing. As they unveiled more clues, the narrative of Oak Island's swamp continued to unfold, a testament to the enduring human drive to explore, understand, and ultimately, discover. On Oak Island, Rick Lagena and Scott Barlow approached the Money Pit, a notorious spot believed to hide a treasure that has evaded seekers for over 229 years. Their objective was clear, yet challenging: to probe the depths beneath the garden shaft through a new drilling operation. At the base of the garden shaft, beneath layers of earth and hidden tails, lay a wooden tunnel discovered 3 weeks earlier. This tunnel wasn't merely a passageway through soil. It was a hint from the past, potentially dating back to the 17th century. The discovery raised more questions than it answered, as the tunnel was partially dismantled. As the drilling began, the atmosphere was charged with anticipation, with every 10 feet of progress celebrated, offering a tangible link to the past. Rick, Marty, and their team are standing at the edge of a significant breakthrough, facing challenges that have deterred treasure seekers for hundreds of years. Their dedication to the quest is unwavering, fueled by the legends that have surrounded Oak Island for generations. The discovery of wood samples carbon dated to an era long before the known history of the Money Pit suggests a timeline that could redefine their understanding of this historical site. As they progress, they call upon Gary, an integral part of their group, to inspect the newly exposed areas for any signs of metal that might be linked to the origins of the tunnel. His meticulous search yields fascinating results, such as a piece of metal with a distinctive shape and another piece that seems out of place with the rest of the findings. These artifacts provoke deep reflection and speculation, leading to further speculation about the identities and motives of its original builders. The team approaches their task with great care and precision, employing advanced tools and techniques to document and preserve every aspect of the site. Every discovery adds to their growing understanding of the tunnel's history. The carbon-dated wood and unusual metal artifacts raise intriguing possibilities about the tunnel's age, possibly predating existing historical records. They also challenge previous assumptions about the identities and motives of its original builders. As they continue their work, they encounter a tool mark made by an adze, a tool used since ancient times, a direct link to the people who built the tunnel. This underscores the fact that their work is not merely about exploring a site, but about revealing a chapter of human history, a narrative intricately woven into the fabric of the land known as Oak Island. As they explore the garden shaft, they confront new challenges, such as persistent water infiltration. To address the challenge of water intrusion, they employ a method of injecting fast-curing urethane through strategically placed holes, using expanding foam to stabilize the shaft and preserve its historical and archaeological value. As they progress deeper into the garden shaft, the sense of anticipation becomes palpable, as linking to this tunnel could lead to significant finds, possibly including artifacts or treasures hidden within Oak Island's depths. He made money from the sale of the energy company, Terra Energy, that he helped build alongside Marty Lagena. In the show Beyond Oak Island, we find out that Marty, Craig, and Rick invest in other treasure hunters' explorations with the hope that they find something of great worth and are able to make a profit on the investment. The sale of found artifacts and treasure can be life-changing, as they are able to get huge sums of money in the hundreds of millions, depending on what they find. Not many treasures or returns on investments have been made public knowledge, but they do allude to investing large amounts of money. Craig is also the vice president and manager of a turbine company, Heritage Sustainable Energy. The salary of a founder and vice president of a company this size would be, on average, $250,000 a year. In addition to this, Craig is also the manager of the Rock Management Group, and he has a Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering from Michigan Technological University. His net worth is likely closer to Marty Lagena's of around $80 to $90 million, as he was his partner in many business ventures like Terra Energy, Vineyards, and even Oak Island Tours. He has also appeared in 100 episodes of The Curse of Oak Island, as well as one episode of Beyond Oak Island. The men have been known to invest their own money into scouring the island for treasures and clues, but it is unknown how much of their millions have gone into this. Alex Lagena. Another member of the crew is Alex Lagena, son of Marty Lagena and nephew of Rick Lagena. He has a degree in mechanical engineering from the University of Michigan. He is involved in his father's businesses, like the winery and energy company. There is also mention of his investments in real estate in Michigan. Alex Lagena is a very popular figure in the show because of his skill and intelligence when coming up with new strategies to find new treasures. He has been in 95 episodes of Curse of Oak Island, 10 episodes of The Curse of Civil War Gold, and 1 episode of Beyond Oak Island. If we calculated that each episode paid him $100,000, he would have earned nearly $11 million. It is likely that he has also earned money from investments like those of his father, and other sites speculate that his net worth is as high as $50 million. Jack Begley. Following the theme of being friends and family, the next cast member of the Oak Island crew is Jack Begley, the stepson of Craig Tester. He is based in Michigan, as most of the Oak Island crew seems to be, and he never hesitates to do the dirty work on the show. Jack and Craig are often working together on any digs on the island. When he isn't working with his stepdad, he can be found with friend and fellow crew member Gary Drayton, a metal detectorist around the island. Jack Begley is a producer on the show and has been in 100 episodes of The Curse of Oak Island. Calculating this would give Jack a net worth of $10 million, without including his revenue as a producer from the syndication of the show. Of course, as he is only a supporting character, he is unlikely to make the same amount as the Lagena brothers, so his net worth could be as much as half of that estimate. However, the show is not his only stream of revenue, as Jack owns his own company, Remote Energy Solutions, as well as being a drone pilot. A drone pilot is estimated to make over $100,000 a year, in addition to his co-ownership of a company that is estimated to make 7 figures a year.